Guys, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. We are live on multiple platforms, including, of course, TikTok. TikTok, what's going on, y'all? We are also live on, of course, the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We are also live on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We are live on the Kempire on Twitch and Twitter. Yes, we are live on multiple platforms, so you have plenty of options. But TikTok, it will be easier for me to see your comments if you head on over to one of those other platforms, especially if you want to chat with our other watchers on YouTube, Kempire Daily on YouTube, if you're not following me there. Just posted my under a minute recap of the Real Housewives of New Jersey on the Kempire Daily TikTok. So be sure to check that out. We are trying to build that platform on TikTok as well. Shout out to everyone that's in the Kempire Daily YouTube chat. We posted a poll. My question this week was, who do you believe has the strongest argument in this episode, Margaret or Jennifer? Overwhelmingly, based off of 116 votes, you guys are saying 72% agree with Margaret, 28% agree with Jennifer. We will keep that poll up for a little bit longer. We'll keep that poll up for a little bit longer. Love seeing everyone already in the live chat. Yes, multiple streams. What's going on, Ty? Good morning. Good afternoon. Hey, shalom. What's going on, y'all? Hey, Nora. Nora, the sunny but cold New York City. What temperature is it here in New York? 41. Nora, we've had a lot colder, though. What's going on, Stockholm, Sweden? Love it, love it, love it. Shout out to all of you that watch us from around the world. Let me show you guys myself. Hey, y'all. Shout out to you guys. We posted on our community tab for our United Kingdom followers and subscribers, happy LGBT History Month. And it caused not an uproar. It was a few people in the comments saying, oh, it's Black History Month. Yes, here in the United States. As you know, we are celebrating Black History Month here on the channel by raising money. What are you doing? So I didn't want to give light to it, but I wanted to just point out we have subscribers from around the world, and we are so grateful for that. So sometimes in our community tab, we would like to show and pay homage to those people that are watching from around the world. So shout out to our UK fam. There we go. And I also learned that Black History Month is celebrated in the UK in October. So when it comes to October, we'll celebrate that too. Anyways, guys, we already have over 100 and something people in the room. Don't forget to share this live on your social media. Happy Black History Month. Happy Chinese New Year. It's the year of the tiger. And of course, happy LGBT History Month in the UK. All right. Oh, Lord. Yes. Gloria says love is love. What's going on, y'all? I hope everyone's doing well. This is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We had a little bit of a watch party on my TikTok last night. Yes, we did. We had a celebration on my TikTok last night where we were watching the latest episode. You got a little commentary, a little other conversation as well. So here we are. Here we are. Okay, so at the top of this damn episode, we are still at Teresa's pool party. Sidebar, the pool contractor. I love how they gave him under his name, which I can't even remember. Under his name, they were like Teresa's friend, and pool contractor. I was like, you might as well just call him the pool boy. But I know there is a difference. There is a difference, but it's also good for his business. For those that didn't know what he did. Also, another sidebar, the ghost of Caroline. And not Caroline, who you're thinking of. The woman that was supposed to be on the show as possibly a housewife or a friend of, but isn't either. She's literally at the pool party, and then she's also at the last scene, and all you do is see her make facial expressions. You even see Margaret made fun of her on social media before the season started because they were asking her what Margaret was like, what show is she going to be on? And apparently I wonder why though. Why are we not getting anything with her? She seems like she would be more interesting than Tracy. So you got to think about her name. I think the only reason why Tracy got herself a friend of role was because of Tiki. I think it's because of Tiki. Tiki Barber, you know who he is. Handsome self. He seems a little bit more interesting than she does from the very first scene that we got with them. But why is Tracy here? She doesn't even sound like she's from New Jersey. Is she even from New Jersey? Exactly. The Heather says Tracy equals Tiki. They do want some sort of celebrity on the show. No matter what, even if you don't know who Tiki Barber is, sports fans do. They know that they do have a hardcore fan base that loves the guys of New Jersey, the husbands of New Jersey. So there are some guys that are watching this that aren't gay. So I think that's part of the reason. And of course, it's celebrity. And there's also the drama about their relationship. But she doesn't even give me New Jersey. Is she even from New Jersey? And of course, I didn't Google it because she's not worth all that time. I know it's like a minute, but whatever. Shay says she's annoying. Libra Love says Tracy and Melissa are boring. Look, there was a scene. We're going to get into what happened at the pool party, but it's the little moments that we're not paying attention that we should be paying attention to. You have to go back. There is a part when Margaret drops the bomb about Jennifer's husband cheating on her with the office manager. She clears that up and says it was a pharmaceutical rep. And you see Melissa run over because Melissa's like, she was probably somewhere where there wasn't a camera. You see Melissa pop up. What happened? Melissa wants camera time. Melissa doesn't have a storyline. She hasn't had a storyline in a while. Yes, they try to create storylines. I think this season it's about the drama between Joe Gorga and Teresa's daughters. We see that play out. But before we get to that, Jennifer she's upset because I don't think Jennifer was prepared for Margaret to drop that bomb. And I think she was blindsided and she knew everybody and the cameras were capturing this they were talking about it. They were talking about Jennifer's husband cheating on her. And she probably didn't think that she was going to confirm it and not give Dr. Bill a heads up. And it wouldn't look good for Dr. Bill. He's there having a good old time, not knowing that all the ladies are whispering, Dr. Bill cheated on Jennifer. Dr. Bill cheated on Jennifer. I don't know when. Maybe last year. I don't know. You know how stories go from one person and it changes to the next. So I felt for Jennifer. Look, maybe because I have a heart. I know Jennifer has been messy. She has been messy. But I felt for her in that moment. I was like, oof, this is awkward. But she ends up leaving. She ends up leaving with Dr. Bill. Look, we will get more into what happened with Dr. Bill and the pharmaceutical rep. Okay. Guys, I know it was 10 years ago, but you know how a rumor changes from person to person. It would go from 10 years ago to 10 days ago. He cheated on her 10 days ago? No. Apparently, he cheated on her 10 years ago. Then we can get into the conversation. Is cheating a deal breaker for you? It may change. If you don't have kids, people are like, hell no, I'm not dealing with that. Or if you're not married, we're like, hell no, I'm not dealing with that. Is cheating a deal breaker for me? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in that situation. I have to be in the situation. I have to see how much I love this person. That'd be hard for me. Look, that would be hard for me because the entire time I'm just gonna be looking at you like, cheater, pumpkin eater. Janice says, once a cheater, always a cheater. Exactly. Micah says, it's hard to say 9 months pregnant and you don't have any of your own money. Exactly. She tells us the actual stipulations of that. But before we get into that, we have to talk about the other fight that happens at Teresa's pool party. So, of course, the fight between Gia and Uncle Joe. Do I have my Gia picture? Where's my Gia picture? Oh, here it is. Of course. It's the first picture. We have our fight between Gia and her Uncle Joe. Okay? Actually, this particular scene, though, is her looking at her auntie Melissa. Okay? But I have to say this. I'm not into that traditional roles. Oh, that's your elders. You need to respect your elders. Look, but on some level, you should respect him. because especially when your father is caught on camera calling your mother, see you next Tuesday, and has cheated on her, I'm going to say allegedly, multiple times. According to Jacqueline, Teresa caught him on the desk with one. Remember? I get it. It's her dad, though. Should Joe go in about how much of a scumbag her dad is? Maybe not. Maybe not. But it doesn't change the fact that Joe Giudice was a terrible human being. Got your mother put in jail. Had your mother work her butt off to pay off millions of dollars in restitution. I might be dramatic with that number, but I think it was close to $1 million. She worked her butt off to pay that off, not Joe Giudice. And got himself kicked out the country because he wasn't smart enough to get his citizenship. Mind you, he's been here for years. He's not the only one, though. I know plenty of people. And if they haven't worked on their citizenship yet. Eleni, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Let me see what you guys said. See, the Heather says Joe Gorga was not wrong as he was stating facts about her father. Look, could he have softened it, especially when it comes to saying it the way that he was on the show, or when he's talking to the girls? Yes, but there is a level of respect. And Gia, we've watched Gia grow up. Gia has been disrespectful to Teresa when she was yay high. Okay, so I'm not surprised that the daughters talk any old kind of way to adults. But remember, they're Italian. They're like, who are you talking to? Who raised you? Because even if I might disagree with an elder, I'm not going to be disrespectful. And that's exactly what Gia was in that moment. She was disrespectful. And then even when her aunt Melissa came over and was trying to, talk to her about why he feels the way that he feels and that he loves you like you're his own daughter. Remember, that's also his goddaughter. She's getting all real. Look, she's getting all crunk with it. I did like Gia's confessional look, though. Gia has a confessional look, y'all. Is she going to replace her mom on the show soon? Oh my goodness. Candace, thank you so much for the super chat. Candace says Joe Giudice talked smack about Melissa and Joe for years. Teresa didn't care about how it affected Joe Gorga's kids. Good point, Candace. And he's not only for years, he did it recently in the gossip rags, was talking about Joe. And that's what sparked Joe Gorga's upset. Bianca says Joe Gorga came on the show and brung their family drama to the show. Gia, is that you? I'm joking, Bianca. And thank God that they did. Those were some of the good years of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. And of course, they always replay the drama that has happened between Joe Gorga and the Giudices, including that fight. Remember that fight? That was ugly, though. I have to say that was very uncomfortable to watch, to see the breakdown of this family. It's nice to see them together, but the breakdown of that family on the show was because it was so real. We asked for real reality television. It was so real back in the day. It was so real. Eleni says Team Joe Gorga. Bianca, I'm glad you can laugh. Sister on Move, Teresa needs to snatch her daughter, but Teresa doesn't. And look, I'm going to give Teresa some grace because remember now, Teresa is a single mother. She is a single mother here raising 4 daughters. Yes, we know in the past she was the same way. She wasn't saying anything. Her daughters kind of, told her how things were going to be. Sidebar, we never got to talk about Teresa saying on Watch What Happens Live that she wasn't going to get a prenup with Louis. Teresa, I saw Bethany tweeted about it too. Because, Bethany literally just got her divorce. Teresa, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Get your freaking prenup. Because even a prenup is not 100% either. Because people try to contest a prenup. I don't trust Louis as far as I can throw him. Ooh, you seen that? Never mind. Seeing Louis in these scenes, I'm just like, it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. Hi, Vibe. Thank you so much for the super chat. Gia is disrespectful, period. Not with the T. My uncle, aunt, mama, and every other elder would have checked from here to the would have checked me from the here to the ancestors. Look, I agree. I agree. And I think that's one of the things that, a lot of Italians, because I grew up on Staten Island, so I know a lot of Italian people. A lot of Italians can agree when, especially how Black children are raised and how Italian it's very much the same thing. I need to post this on the Kempire Radio on Instagram, so you guys can see this viral video of this Italian mom talking about her daughter saying that she's going to be moving out. What? Without my permission? Just saying. I apologize, Miss Lee. I'm just gonna call you Miss Lee. Gia is probably so angry at her father, but projecting on her uncle. She may need therapy. Without a doubt, she needs therapy. If she's not in therapy, why not? Again, culturally, I guess. But it's true. They all need therapy. All those girls need therapy. Their mom went to jail. Their father went to jail. The father got kicked out the country. They should be in therapy. And that's exactly why Joe Gorga was saying what he was saying about, who raised you? Like, why are you talking to me this way? And then Joe Gorga storms out the party like a real housewife. I love it. Joe Gorga, we love you. When we say these things about you and you having the most confessionals than anyone else, we love it. We love the husbands of New Jersey. We do. It's necessary. It's necessary to have these guys on the show. Oh my gosh. Shah says she's mad disrespectful since day one. Exactly. Since she was a little thing, she was disrespectful and running that house. And yes, she should be an attorney. However, during Watch What Happens Live, she was like, why does she need a prenup? Girl, you better get back, get your head in the books and get from behind that damn bar. Why does she need a prenup? Which I'm sure not all attorneys believe in a prenup. I haven't met one yet, and I've met a lot of attorneys. Okay. Candace says, we like Joe Gorga more than Melissa. Exactly. That's the only reason why Melissa's still on the show. I told you Melissa at the pool party was like this. When she saw that the attention and the cameras weren't on her, she went to go find a camera. What's going on? Nothing, Melissa. You saw Melissa come over to Gia in that moment. He loves you. She wanted to have a moment. They do in this scene get to the bottom of things. They do have a conversation after Joe Gorga walks out. He walks out. He storms out. Cameras following him, of course. Then we have that little rough scene between Gia and Melissa, and she was very disrespectful to her aunt. I know she might look young, Melissa, but she's still your elder. She's still your aunt. Have some respect, Gia. Gia ends up going to have a conversation with Uncle Joe, her godfather. It still gets hot. Everybody starts surrounding them. And she's like, we don't need an audience. I don't need an entourage, which I agree, because sometimes when you have an entourage, it gets things a little bit more hyped. Joe points out why he's so angry at Joe Giudice. Understandably, we all understand. There's no reason. Joe does not have to defend why he is so angry at Joe Giudice to us, because now both his parents, he feels as if everything that the parents had to deal with during their legal situation really put them in the grave, especially his mom. And then she gets very upset about it. She's like, why you got to bring up, my grandparents? Because before they were your grandparents, they were my parents. That's me. I'm adding that little funk to it. They do eventually get to a better place. Apparently, they had not seen each other in 6 months. I don't know if I believe that. I believe they were if they really did not see each other for 6 months, they were doing it just for the show. They were committed to this storyline. So I'm not going to see you for 6 months. Also, it was a pandemic. You guys are already going in on Greasy Louie. Greasy Louie. Foxy says Greasy. Nisi says Gia's delivery attitude was all the way wrong. Yeah, it was uncomfortable. Yeah, it was uncomfortable. Oh, Bianca says I do, because Because okay, Gia's in the chat. Okay, it's okay. No, we love when you guys have different opinions. You will have an opportunity to call in for our Real Housewives of New Jersey recap right now. We already have over 400 people watching. Let's get to 200 likes, and I'll drop the call-in link so you guys can call in and share your thoughts. If you're watching the replay of this, we love the replay crew. Let us know you're a part of the replay crew and how you would rate this episode. And if you are on Margaret's side this episode or Jennifer's side. I already posted a poll in the live chat, and we already have almost 300 votes. And Margaret's lost a little steam, but she's still in the lead at 66%. People agree with Margaret this episode. We're going to get to the Margaret situation in just a second. Okay. April says, I had mixed feelings about it all, which I get. I want to ask you guys in the live chat, though, if you had to rate this episode from 1, Gia, respect your elders, to 10, Teresa, what you're trying to compare what you did to Jackie doesn't even compare. That would be 10. Let me take a sip from my coldest water bottle. Guys, if you haven't gotten your coldest water bottle, why the hell not? Look, why the hell not? Get your coldest water bottle today. Comes in multiple colors, multiple sizes, keeps your water cold for 36 plus hours. But they don't just have water bottles, y'all. They also have a pillow, apparently. They also have things to hold your coffee in. Get your coldest water bottle today. More information is available in the description of this video, including a discount code, KEMP10 for 10% off. Again, KEMP10. You're welcome. So you all enjoyed the episode. I'm seeing a lot of 7s, 8s, and 9s, 10s even. Wow. Jersey is solid, y'all. I have to say I was thoroughly entertained with this episode. There were some people that did not like last season, but if you watched it with me on my TikTok last year or my recaps, I loved New Jersey last year too. It wasn't a lot, and there were some pre-produced moments, Melissa and Joe, but it still was such a good season. And maybe because we do have the husbands involved. All right. Let me put this over here. So let's move on. So Jennifer has a pool party for her daughter, Olivia. End of the summer pool party. I thought it for a second it was a birthday party until I watched it again. And I figured, I was like, oh, here's Teresa again. Teresa comes to the party and she's like, I want to see Olivia. I want to say happy birthday to Olivia. She says happy birthday. And Jennifer has like, oh, our birthday's not till January. This is an end of the summer party. Oh, did no one tell Teresa? Teresa thought it was a birthday party. Teresa has been called out on social media for doing the same thing, though. Did you guys notice that? It's not like her birthday is in September. Her birthday is at the end of January, according to Jennifer. I have to say, Jennifer around her kids, I love seeing Jennifer around her kids. I love seeing Jackie around her kids. It's just something, because it feels so natural and so authentic. I love seeing it. I also love seeing Jennifer's resort in her backyard. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you guys caught it too. All right. I thought I was the only one. I was like, Teresa, I don't believe that any of these ladies are really friends. I don't believe any of these ladies are really friends. The only one I believe are really friends is Teresa and Dolores. And of course, the family. But yeah. Exactly. Way to pay attention to detail. I think she just knew she was coming to film. She didn't even pay attention. She just thought it was a celebration for Olivia, so it had to be her birthday. Jennifer's like, no, it's an end of the summer party, Teresa. Okay. Ma'am Jallo says, Team Jennifer, I'm sorry, but anything she said to Margaret was in retaliation. She was called a bad mom, a concubine. Her culture and religion were attacked. Margaret is not innocent. Ooh, okay, all right. Irene says Gia is the eldest and has felt the multiple ugly family situations with Gorgas. She also supports her mom, but still loves her dad. Joe G needs to shut this down with their dad. I love when you guys have differing opinions. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Tyler says, love Jen's new decor. Thank God she updated because she has a beautiful home, but the decor was like, okay. But she upgraded it. It looks so much better. I actually really do enjoy her home. Dr. Bill is hiding because Dr. Bill's embarrassed. I don't think Dr. Bill was prepared for this rumor to come out this season. He is not. He's like, I am not coming down. I will be upstairs. You let me know when the cameras are gone. Teresa and Dolores come, so they have a separate conversation from the kids, and we find out what went down between Dr. Bill and the pharmaceutical rep. So apparently, Jennifer was pregnant when he was having this affair. She was days away from giving birth when she found out. Days away with their fourth kid. They have 5. She was days away from giving birth, and she found out. And she says, you know, do you love this woman? Do you want to be with this woman? He was like, no, it's done. But she just found the text message. So if it was done, why was the text message still there? Was it really done? Or is it finally done now? Who knows? But it had to be, and that's why I feel for Jennifer. I feel for her in that instance, being called out for that. And even though it was something that she says she never told her parents, she never told her friends. So they all found out when we found out. Sidebar, they found out before then, especially if they follow me on TikTok or YouTube. Speaking of which, what's going on TikTok? Oh my goodness. Where's my, I was like, where's my water bottle? I'm moving everything around today. Let me say thank you. Obi, thank you so much for the super chat. Obi says, forgiveness is a virtue. I loved whiny Jackie for displaying that these episodes. Thank you for the super chat, Obi. Gloria says, I felt for her. Bianca says, exactly, Kempire. Let's be fair. Look, I felt for her. She was pregnant when she found out this information. That's a first of all, you're pregnant. Who else? There was someone else that was pregnant, and I mean, there's been plenty of people. I'm trying to think of a celebrity where that happened. You guys will remind me in the chat if you remember. So she's already going through all the emotions, and she literally gave birth the next day when she was arguing with him and throwing things at him. So she finds this out. Teresa is now trying to make the comparison of what Margaret did to what she did last year when we had that very first episode where Teresa comes in and is going from person to person, not to Jackie, and talking about a rumor. I heard a rumor that Evan is cheating on her at his birthday party. She's not Portia. Thank you. It is Portia. Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you for being my elephant brains today. Oh, well, we already knew, Chloe. Third try, but thank you, Jazzy. Oh, you got not third trimester, Tristan. You guys are a mess, but there have been quite a few. Chloe, all right. Wow. I forgot. Yeah, Dennis did cheat on Portia while she was pregnant. I think I was focused more on Housewives, but you're right. You know, we cover not just the Housewives here on the channel. We cover everything in pop culture, and we have been covering everything that's going on with Khloe Kardashian and that relationship and the end of that relationship. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are recapping the latest episode of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't liked it already. Have we hit our 200? Guys, let's get to 200 likes so I can drop the call link so you guys can share your thoughts on this latest episode. I love the name of this episode, The House of Hypocrisy. I love it because here's the thing. There are multiple people being hypocrites this episode. Teresa, who we were just talking about, and Jennifer being a hypocrite. We will get to that in just a second. We'll get to that in just a second. So Jennifer tells the ladies all about what went down, how it went down with Dr. Bill. Okay. We go, you know, I have to say, Jackie doesn't offer a lot. She doesn't offer a lot. But when it's necessary, Jackie brings it because she's probably the most articulate of all of the ladies. And I love it. She could read a girl down. And I love that about her. I love that about her. And I actually do like seeing her at home with her kids too. I love her home. It's probably my favorite of all of the ladies. I love that. I love that kitchen. I love seeing her at home. I love seeing her family come. I love the mother said we just had a mango martini. Me and I think her brother's name is Eric. I was like, all right. She's preparing her kids. They're going away for 13 days. I love the kids making fun of her. I love Jackie's family dynamic. And of course, we love Evan. Evan's a cutie. Did he cheat on his wife? Rumor on the street. It's a rumor. It's a rumor. Yeah, Michael says, I love Jackie's mom. We need a little bit more of Jackie, and hopefully we will get a little bit more of Jackie this season and her family dynamic. Because in my TikTok chat last night, a lot of people were saying Jackie has a story, but they're not highlighting it really on the show. And I want to kind of see more of Jackie. She does talk about how her kids are cooler than she is as they get. First of all, I've heard of a sleepaway camp, but Jackie really has real money. So she's sending them to a good one. She's sending them all the way down south to Florida for 13 days for a sleepaway camp. And she remembers her sleepaway camp experience. And she says, I was different. I was heavier. I was, I had the Staten Island hair. She wasn't as cool. She says her kids are a lot cooler than she is. We agree. I love her kids. Jackie's growing on me. I haven't hated Jackie. And you guys always remind me, Jackie can, she's the only one willing to go up against Teresa and really do something. Teresa's caught doing this when Jackie's reading her. My favorite gif of Teresa. So I enjoyed seeing Jackie at home with her family. All right. Dolores and Margaret go decor shopping. I perked up during that scene. I was like, oh, let's look. I was like, here's the thing. People may not like Margaret's decor at her home, but her eccentric decor, it actually works. The way she pieces it together, it works. Is it my taste? No. But it works. And I'm like, okay. And the things that she was looking at, I was like, all right. So Margaret and Dolores meet up. Dolores was team Jennifer at first because she was just like, why did you do that to her? I feel for her. That's a very sensitive situation, her kids. And then Margaret reminds Dolores, well, she was trying to get information on Jackie's husband, and she was calling all around town trying to spread this information and get information. And then Dolores was like, oh, well. And that's what I love about Black Dolores. Dolores is fair. What is Dolores' sign? Because she's just so bad. She must be an earth sign. If she's not an earth sign, she's got a lot of earth in her chart. We just love Dolores. Look, Dolores, we still love you. You don't have a storyline in sight, but we love you because she has real friendships with these women. Of course, she's a Capricorn. See, told you she's an earth sign. Sha says Dolores is my fave. Foxy says, I love Dolores' surgery blessed by. Dolores has had a lot of work done, but it's good work. I love Dolores. Dolores can stay. Dolores doesn't have much of a storyline. We're talking about her house and her housewarming. The house is beautiful, though. I live for this stuff. Decor shopping. We're going to see this beautiful rental home that she's staying in while her other home that she's paid off. She's paid it off, y'all. Y'all know we'd love to hear that. But she's working on that. I said, give that to the kids and stay in this house. Did she decorate this herself? I know she was making it seem like she did. Or did she buy it with all that stuff in it? Either way, I love it. I don't think she's going to stay there, though, y'all. I really don't think she's going to stay. I think that's a storyline. I think she wants to give us this, I'm moving out on my own. I'm not going to be staying with David. She's already giving us the signs. I haven't seen David. You haven't seen David in 3 years. We're not going to see David this year. We already know that the relationship's over. She's with Paul now. Frank's doppelganger. Okay, he's not Frank's doppelganger, but they fall within the same, realm and scope. He's actually cuter to me than Frank. Love Frank though. Frank's personality makes him even cuter. But that's the type of guy she likes. She likes a meathead. Can we still say meathead? April says her spirit is amazing. We love Dolores. Dolores, if you're watching this, wait, I have a picture. Wait, let me see if I can find the picture, y'all. One of my good friends, One Funny Lisa Marie, if you didn't know, I opened for her But when did I do that, y'all? If you follow me on social media, you remember it was a couple months ago. I opened for her, and we have a friendship. Yeah. So she calls me the day, you know, when they are at the baseball field. Well, one funny Lisa Marie was there, and she was backstage. So she FaceTimes me, and I'm like, "What? She's FaceTiming me? What you want? What you want?" And I hate when people FaceTime me without like notice. Casey says Jersey's full of me. Okay, so we can still use that. All right, good. Need a pic of Paul. You haven't seen a pic of Paul? It's all over her social media. She's all in with that right now. Anyways, Lisa calls me on FaceTime, and Dolores is there. Dolores, as soon as they come on, I'm like, "Hey, Black Dolores." I think she was shocked because she kind of was like, "I'm sorry. I thought you knew. That's what we call you." Well, look, Wendy's been calling you that for forever. Why are you shocked? Maybe she doesn't know how to react. And so we took a quick little a screen cap photo on FaceTime. I love Dolores. We love Dolores. I don't know how I went into this conversation. I don't think I've ever told the story. That just happened a couple of months ago. Anyway, well, when they were filming the whole baseball thing that we're going to see this season. No, Teresa is a Taurus, y'all. She's a real Taurus. You know what, Gloria? I feel offended by that because I'm a Taurus. You know, Teresa is a Taurus, and so is Louis. Louis is an April Taurus, but if you're a Taurus, you know the difference. That relationship is not going to work. Two Tauruses in a relationship, and the fact that we are saying that it's not going to work, they're both so stubborn that they're going to try and make it work. It's not going to work. Oh, sorry. Damn. Look, damn. Lisa was asking the question, why should Jennifer be held accountable for her husband's infidelity? Margaret made the decision to make her unseemly, there we go, affairs a part of her storyline. Margaret has been gunning for Jen from the get-go. Ooh. I mean, good points. It's a good points. CD says 2 Tauruses will never work. I did it before. It was all right. Didn't last long, though. All right. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I love having these conversations with you guys. We will drop the call-in link. We're almost at 200 likes, guys. Let's get to 200 likes. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. We appreciate you guys so much for keeping the lights on here at the Kempire studio. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com and join our texting community. So when all else fails, when all the notifications on TikTok or Twitter or YouTube fail, I always send you guys a text, and I even let you know what you may have missed out on, including an updated Kanye story. Kanye wants Kim back. Wasn't he just out with a Kim doppelganger the other day? Well, apparently he wants her back, so be sure to check that out. So Jackie goes to Jennifer's house because Jennifer is trying to get allies. Don't sit here and act as if Jennifer really wants to be friends with Jackie. No, she needs allies. She can't rely on Teresa because Teresa, you know, she goes with the wind. She goes with the wind. She needs more allies. She understands the assignment with this show. So she invites Jackie over and they have a conversation. Jennifer gets tearful. I believe the tears, though. I think the whole reliving of this affair on the show is not what she wanted. And it's part of the reason why she always deflected to her family stories as opposed to her own personal story. Do I believe that the affair happened? Mm-hmm. Do I think that maybe they collectively came together and said, okay, we will tell this story? Yeah. I feel like they are that calculating on New Jersey, to be honest with you. Okay. So they have a conversation, but while they're having the conversation, they're going to the conversation that Margaret's having with Dolores. And we're like, oh, like in one moment, Jackie's falling for what Jennifer is dropping. In another moment, Margaret's like, well, she's trying to, you know, get information on Jackie's husband. So just when they're making peace, Margaret's dropping another bomb. Thank you so much, KK, for the super chat. I like the chat. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting. Miss Bushi says, what's wrong with getting allies, though? It's reality TV. Oh, I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but I'm letting people know that don't understand it, that might be confused. Like, why all of a sudden she wants to be Jackie's friend? There are some people that are like, oh, why is that? I'm letting them know. I'm breaking down that fourth wall that's what Jennifer's doing, which is smart. And I have to say, Jackie is such a gracious person because they've been through a lot on this show. And the fact that she's able to look past that and try and see Jennifer's side and be supportive of Jennifer and, help her through this information resurfacing. Information that, word on the street, according to Jennifer, her daughter Olivia found out on TikTok. I hope it wasn't my video. Damn. Because I do that on TikTok. It probably was my video. Damn it, Olivia. You're not supposed to be watching my videos. It has an age warning. Okay. All right, let's move on. Dolores is having a housewarming. This is Dolores' storyline. The house is gorgeous, though. I do believe that this was probably already furnished. I don't believe that all of this is Dolores' stuff. It's a beautiful home. We love looking at decor. You know that. We love looking at property. If you're new here, understand that. So looking at this beautiful home, she's having all the ladies over. Again, the ghost of Carolyn is there. You know Carolyn, what's her name? Russo or Russo? I forgot what her last name was. She thought she was going to be on the show. Apparently not. The only one that made it on the show as a friend of is Tracy, Tiki Barber's wife. And we're like, why? Carolyn seems to me like she might have something going. I kind of want to see what she could offer, but all we see from her in these scenes is this. Why are you here? She was at the pool party. She's at this party. And it's like one woman that's there that says nothing. That's odd. That's very odd. You do not hear a thing from Carolyn. I'm not sure how you pronounce the name. Is it Carolyn? Caroline? What? Unimportant because she's not even a friend of, and they're not giving her any sound bites. You should have threw something, Caroline. You should have just threw something. You should have just threw something. Just to get some attention. Strawberry said, you talking about the new girl? She's not even the new girl. She's just there. She's not a part of the show. She's not a friend of. No, I'm not talking about Caroline Manzo. We're talking about the lady that's in the green dress in the scene at the end. And she was also in the first scene at the pool party. We're not talking about Caroline Manzo. I know who Caroline Manzo is, and I wish she would come back. Carolyn, I don't know, seems hyper aware of the cameras, in my opinion, and maybe that's why. Shah says she's boring. Is she only boring because they won't show us what she may have said at the party? I don't know. All right, let me drop the call-in link before I continue on this. Guys, if you're just joining us, of course, this is our weekly recap of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. If you're watching the replay of this, I want to know how you would rate this episode and what you thought of the episode. And if you are on Margaret's side this week or Jennifer's side this week. Jennifer does arrive at this party. She doesn't wants to, be there because she doesn't want the ladies to alienate her from her other friends. So she does come. Look, leave the nose alone. She just got it done. It takes time to settle, but she looks great. I love her outfit. I love the hair. Oh yeah, I do have a picture of her. Hold on. Sometimes I forget to bring up my little stuff, y'all know. Well, poor thing. As soon as she comes in, though, she breaks down. As soon as she comes in, she breaks down. I have to give it to Dolores. Dolores was not having it. She's like, why are you breaking down? What's wrong with you? You're fine. I loved it. I loved it. At the same time, I felt it was a little harsh, but at the same time, I loved it. Thank you, Obi, for the super chat. Obi says, Jackie doesn't have a storyline either. She was relevant last season because of Tree. She's the richest on the franchise, too. In addition to well-spoken and poised, no one gives a rat's about Marge. I feel like Marge is coming into her own. Thank you for the super chat, Obi. I think Marge is really coming into her own. She came on as a newbie, and I feel like she's up there with a Teresa. I feel like she's up there with a Teresa when it comes to the respect level from the ladies. And I didn't expect it, but here we are. Here we are. So they're at Dolores' housewarming. Anything to have a storyline. I'm okay with it, though. Dolores knows how to host, though. You saw that food? Yummy. Teresa was very late. Yeah, I had to drop off Adrian. It's a dance class. All right. I mean, that's the parts of Teresa that we love. That's the parts of Teresa that we love. Okay. So we already spoke about Caroline, who's there in the green dress. She looks great, though. Carolyn, I know you're watching this. You look great. I want to hear what you have to say. More than Tracy. Tracy got that position because of Tiki. Sorry, Tracy. If you're watching, we're straight shooters here. Okay. Only reason why she got that position was because of Tiki, which we love. Tiki's funny. From the very first scene with Tiki, we were like, oh, he's a perfect addition to the house husbands. All right. So Jen does show up. Jen is all of a sudden, as soon as she comes in, she is shaken. She has to go sit down. Dolores is not having it. She's like, what's wrong with you? And then, of course, I mean, this is what I hate, because if I'm shaken and I'm upset and then people start coming to show me attention and are trying to stop me from being shaken, it's going to make me more upset. And she's like, Margaret comes over to her. Margaret is like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What is happening here? But I gotta love the fact she doesn't shy away from it. And of course, the conversation gets heated, and Margaret brings up that Jennifer was digging up information on Jackie. Jackie was like, what? Jackie overhears this, and she's like, what? What? You did what? And these are the moments that I love Jackie, because when I wasn't looking away, when we were on TikTok last night watching, I had to look up. I was like, whoa, Jackie came out of nowhere. And I don't blame Jackie. I don't know if Jackie didn't know, and that was the moment that she found out that Jennifer was digging up information on her husband where there was no information, allegedly. Jackie's like, we're not going to do this again. We're not going to bring up this rumor again. And she says that she was thankful that she was able to tell her kids that the rumor was not true. Because the kids are on the internet. If Northwest is on TikTok at 8 years old, you know Jackie's kids are on the internet, probably watching me right now. Hey, kids, get off of here. Grown folks are talking right now about your parents. Jackie confronts Jennifer, and then Jennifer's just like, I can't do this. I'm going to storm away again. Really? Why are you storming away? Like, and that's the thing. And that's the hypocrisy that people are calling out when it comes to Jennifer. Jennifer clearly doesn't remember some of the things that she said and done on this show. And thank God for the producers, because they bring it, they show all the things that Jen has said. Sidebar, you do remember that Margaret had this cheating situation in her back pocket for a while. She mentioned it back in 2019. And you saw how upset Jen got back then. Okay. All right, we got a lot of people backstage. I see everyone backstage. Please, we don't need to go through the entire episode with you. We just did it. The most pressing point that you want to make, please make that and keep it moving so we can get to everyone on the call. Lord, I've been talking for almost an hour. I apologize. I appreciate you all being here and listening and watching. If you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like the video. And for those of you that have been asking me about Kempire Radio, our podcast, a new episode will come out. I want to make sure that that's a different experience, a different conversation that we have there. So if you think you're just getting regular hot topics there, no. All right. And since someone gave me some suggestions on what they want to hear more of on the podcast, which we appreciate as well. So stay tuned for that. Kempire Radio on all major podcast platforms, but preferably Apple Music. We see you, Spotify. All right. Let's take some callers, guys, because I want to hear what you guys have to say. All right. Autumn's mom is backstage. I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Autumn's mom?
Good afternoon, Kempire. How are you guys doing today?
Well. How are you?
I'm well. Okay, I'll get straight to it. I, being an aunt of many, the most pressing point for me was the display of disrespect in my eyes that Gia displayed towards her uncle.
Yeah.
It was subtle. It was passive aggressive. I can say I have seen worse and it could have been worse. But with that being said, I can see why he was upset and I can also see why he felt disrespected. I seen you when your mother was in labor with you. I was there when you came out. I fed you, I did this, that, and the third. And now, how dare you talk to me in that manner? That hit me different because it just did. With that being said, I also see Gia's point. I'm an adult now. I'm 21. I'm feeling myself and I have an opinion. I raised my child uh, differently than I was raised. We didn't get to talk. I allow her to talk and express herself. So I see how this generation thinks and feels as though they should have a say on everything. Okay, but in reason. You should have taken your uncle to the side. That was a private conversation for both of you guys to have away from cameras, away from everybody else. And then you say what you said. I think he was more so shocked, like, who are you talking to, little girl? Like, and it hurt him even more. So then it was more a combative situation because nobody was willing to back down. That's what I saw. And yes, as a mother, that's what he said, who raised you? I would have been thinking the same thing. And I know Teresa's big into family, big into loyalty, big into that whole institution. So I know in my family, that could not have gone down. So I don't know why these little TV cameras and lights, cameras and action put a little battery in your back and made you feel as though you can get that off in front of millions. Had I been your aunt, you would have been sitting somewhere crying. But I'm not. She's lucky it was Joe and not me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Autumn's mom. All right, Obi, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Obi? You're muted. Obi.
So, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can.
Oh, yeah. Hi. So, Team Jennifer here, first of all, because I know she has her flaws, but let's face it, she's been the only new housewife who has had a storyline outside of Teresa in a very long time. And yes, I'm referring to you, the Black Dolores, because building a house is not a storyline. Now, I agree, Jennifer's nose might look like it underwent an ethnic rhinoplasty for it to resemble the Eiffel Tower, but Marge has no right to make fun of it. Because why? Has she looked at her lips of late? Danielle Staub gave it the perfect nickname. So this is not me, Kempire. This is Danielle Staub, okay? She gave it the name Trout Mouth. And that already says a lot. I personally don't get the love for Trout Mouth Marge. And what we're not about to do is endorse someone who doesn't understand that it's a character flaw when she nearly gloats about being the other woman severally and who left her husband for the plumber. Now, Trout Mouth Marge, she constantly gossips even with her plumber spouse, and she puts her nose into people's relationships, but doesn't understand how tacky it appears. I know she's interesting, and I know she's like, people's favorite, but I don't know. Does Trout Mouth Marge not understand that she's being a hypocrite when she hits the panic button about Teresa's actions last season, but then goes ahead to spill Jennifer's business on camera and bring up rumors about Lois on camera? Of which, by the way, no storyline Melissa and her sidekick Joe Gorga played a hand in. We can clearly see no storyline Melissa is still trying to find the story. The day that those two will stop patronizing Teresa's relevance for their synopsis will likely be the end of Real Housewives of New Jersey. Is Joe Gorga using Gia as a storyline? I don't know. No storyline. Melissa has not had a storyline in years. And even when she manufactures one, it falls flat. Has she found her long lost sister? It's obvious that her last name is the reason she's still on the show. I forgot she existed these first 2 episodes, to be honest. How Bravo cannot see that is beyond me.
All right. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We are taking callers, but for our replay crew, I want to know your thoughts on the latest episode and if you're feeling this current season. All right, Shalom, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Shalom?
Hey, Kemp. I'm confused because between Teresa and Jennifer's logic, watching last night was like being stuck in a bird's nest.
Oh,
I don't understand how you can consciously make the decision. And I know these decisions are made by family. You know, you have a meeting with your spouse, like I want to go on the air, I want to there's no way that they thought that this would not come up. So I agree with you. So I don't understand are we touting these people as actors? What is going on? Because with the tears and and my children, like, boo, and I'm a cusser. I'm a safe cusser. If you really was concerned about family, were you concerned about the other girl's family when you calling and making calls? Did this? So if I'm a Leo, and if you're going to be concerned about your family, and you want me to be concerned about your family, then you're gonna have to be concerned about my kids too, boo. Because if not, we gonna be on equal footing. And so I just I don't understand any of this. So she goes and she cries and all of this. If he goes on air, potentially the manager or the pharmaceutical rep could actually pop out of thin air and be like, I'm her. I want to roll on the show too. Like, I'm still looking for Murray's first husband. But
you know.
But you understand what I'm saying? And Kim, I need to know. I don't want to see Gia on this show. I like the kids. I think Gia is so pretty. I don't want to see her on the show. It feels like my kids are on the show. I have a 19. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see my kids on the show. So it just like brings me down. And yes, it is very disrespectful what she did. I'm not here for it, but I don't really want to see any, like, besides coming into the kitchen to get a sandwich, bye-bye. Like I would say to my nieces and stuff, how we talking? So that's one thing. Ask, why can't we go in on the nose? Why can't we? Because, girl, if you are that strategic about everything, girl, you knew when this show was going to film. Stop it. It looks a mess. It is settling it's settling dramatically, but not. I'm like, girl, no, it's something going on around the eyes and the nose bridge. No. That's it.
Well, it's settled now. Now that we've seen new photos of it.
No, sir, it's not. No, sir, it's not. If you have to get a nose job to contour and then have me compliment the contour, then no. She should have went to Black Dolores and said, girl, who's your guy? Because that's
Her guy's expensive. Our guy's is here in the States.
Excuse me, Dr. Bill. Dr. Bill is a doctor, correct?
Yeah. But he has the money. That's not his expertise, though.
But you know what? She had the money for it. And I don't, no. Immediately, no. I'm not for it. So, no. She should have did better.
A mess. All right. I got to go. Shalom. Thank you so much for calling in.
Have a wonderful day. Bye.
You too. All right. We're going to bring up some more callers, but I do want to say thank you. We got a super chat. Rochelle, thank you so much for the super chat. Rochelle says, Teresa will never correct her kids. I feel like Gia intimidates her. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right. Bianca, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Bianca?
Is Gia here? No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, hey, Gia.
Just a quick. So a lot of people say that Gia was disrespectful. I don't see that, because me seeing that disrespectful is raising their voice, is yelling. When they was all in a circle, Joe Gorga said, "What, Gia? What?" In a very disrespectful tone, and she gave him the same energy back. Was relax. We are adults here. If you want to speak to me, you can speak to me correctly. A lot of people say, "Oh, you shouldn't speak to your uncles and aunts like that." But people need to realize if someone is coming of age and want to express their feelings without being disrespectful, without yelling, without cursing, they can't do that. She was not disrespectful. You just say, listen, if we're going to have this conversation, we can, but you're not about to talk to me crazy. Definitely not. She's so beautiful. Next. Next is Margaret. She started the whole coming after Jen in Oklahoma. She did not like how Jen went after her friend in Oklahoma.
Mhm.
I rewatched the whole seasons to make sure I have all my facts straight for this season. She started it. For them to say that Margaret is not wrong for dropping the bomb on Jennifer is what the show is about. House of Hypocrisy. That's not cool at all. How are you gonna say it's wrong for Teresa to do it, but then you're gonna sit here and do the same thing? And I love Jennifer, and I love when she said it's not an office manager, it was a pharmaceutical rep. Get your facts straight. Get your facts straight. If you're gonna come for me, come correct. And Kempire, one last thing. Let's not forget that Margaret Joe, said it in a guy's night that he heard about the Evan rumor in that house. Are we not surprised that Margaret told Jackie about Bill rumor? And do we really think that Margaret is not behind of all the rumors?
You think she's the one spreading the rumors about Evan too?
She knows about everybody. She dug up about Bill. She dug up about Evan because who told Teresa? Margaret. Teresa told Jennifer.
All right.
Okay, let me go.
Thank you, Bianca and Gia. All right. I want to say thank you, Blog and Tease, for the super chat. It says, I love you, Kempire, but stop talking about my cousin Nelly. You doing content job. I've been quiet, but now enjoying life from brain tumor. Love y'all. Well, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm sorry. I have to do my job. Guys, if you missed my, speaking of a job, be sure to check out my Nelly story from yesterday. I'm not showing you anything, but I have to say I had fun making that video. It's quick video, so it's not, it's not long and drawn out. So many jokes. Okay. All right, let's get to the callers. All right, Miss Curry Biggers, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Miss Curry?
Hi, Kempire. Can
Hi.
you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, good. Okay, first time caller. Been watching you since the pandemic. Love all things Kempire. Number one.
Thank you.
But what I was calling for is that I agree with the previous caller. I think Margaret is just too extra. I think Margaret is jealous of Jen because Jen got all that paper down and she looks great. Margaret's doing all that plastic surgery and still looking crazy. And I just feel like that's not the appropriate time to try to tell her that she's wrong when she's the victim. Bill cheated on her. Margaret is the one that cheated on her husband with the plumber. Let's keep it real. That's not the same thing. All things are not equal. That's not the time to try to talk to her and say you were wrong. No. She needs sympathy. Okay, yeah, cover that mouth. She needs sympathy. She needs to be told, listen, this is not the time. First have my back, be understanding, and then you can at a later date say, okay, now listen, let's pick our bones. That's when you don't say it at the party talking about, oh, well, you were wrong for me. No, you were wrong. I agree with the previous caller. It goes all the way back to the winery back in Oklahoma. Jen was like, this is not glamorous. You sold the trip that it was going to be all that. No, Jen is accustomed to a lifestyle. You see her house is laid down. You see. So Jen is not trying to go nowhere to the wilderness. No, that's not her style. But she is the victim. She is the one that was faithful. She loves her husband, and I agree with the chat. She didn't have anything to go to, so she had to make it work. So I applaud her. She has all those kids, 5 kids, And Jen, I mean, Margaret need to be ashamed because her kids don't even talk to her. Where are your kids, Margaret? Okay, so let's talk about that. Okay, all right. Love you, Kempire.
Thank you, Miss Curry. Damn, why did she have to you cold-blooded? She said her kids don't even talk to her. That was awkward. All right, let me get to the other callers. Guys, we have almost 650 people watching. Be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And if you're not subscribed, why not? Support the channel by subscribing and check out everything that you miss because you're getting daily and consistent content here on the channel. RL, thank you so much for the super chat. RL says, at the end of the day, Marge was a side chick. Damn. At the end of the day, Marge was a side chick. Hold on, let me put up Margaret's picture when y'all talking about her this way. Hold on. Oh, wait. RL says, at the end of the day, Marge was a side chick and Jen saw her for what she was. Y'all are so mean, but so funny. Oh, my gosh. All right. All right. Nikolai, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Nikolai?
Hey, what's up, Kempire? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you on my Bluetooth, so I want to make sure.
Okay.
I just had a quick comment about. Hold on, about the park here. I just had a quick comment about Dolores. You notice how her tone changed was when she found out that Jen was trying to get Frankie involved. That's when her head whipped around like, "Oh, excuse me, what?"
Yeah. She wasn't playing.
She was not playing. She don't play about her family at all. But I wonder if her energy is going to stay the same since next week she's going to fight with Jackie. So I wonder if she's going to flip back to Team Jen. Like, well, I don't like that girl anyway. Let's talk about her husband.
No, I don't.
So we'll see. Yeah, that was my only comment. I had noticed that really quick when she was like, wait, hold up, Frankie, what? Hold up.
Nikolai, we appreciate you calling in.
Have a good day.
You too. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Danielle says, Marge reminds Jen of the woman who Bill cheated with. You know it, Danielle. If y'all know Danielle, who's a long time follower of this channel, she just likes to drop things to make y'all upset. I don't believe a word that she's saying. Marge reminds Jen of the woman Bill cheated with. She's so mean. Now we need a picture. If you have a picture of the woman, or if you have any tea, you guys need to join the texting community. Text me at 347-647-2372 or head on over to textkempire.com. Just in case you got a picture. Anyways. All right, Eleni, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on?
Hello. Hi. Sorry, I'm in the car line, so I'm picking up my daughter.
You're not driving, though.
Mm-hmm. No, we're not driving. We're stopped. How are you? I love you. You don't understand.
You.
I have been watching you so much lately, so I'm really excited I found you.
Thank you.
Anyways, I love Housewives of New Jersey, my favorite franchise. I wanted to talk about Joe and Gia. Okay. Now, I come from a very close Greek family, so I think Gia is being a little disrespectful right now to her uncle. Yeah. If my nieces ever did that, I have a niece the same age as her, I think it wouldn't be good, because I think he's just looking out for his nieces. He loves them. He loves his sister, and their dad did a lot to them. So
on camera,
it was so embarrassing. I just can't even, like, that old episode came up last week when he called Teresa the C word, and I was like, it just brought back so much memories of how much I didn't like him. So
you're like, stay where you are.
I'm sorry. Stay where you are. And then real quick with the Marge and Jennifer thing, again, I love Marge, but lately, I don't know. I don't know. I just can't. I feel so bad for Jennifer, but I think the reason why Jennifer was acting like that before was because I think she was a little insecure with that relation, like that part of her life in the relationship she had with her husband. I don't know. Maybe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe she just felt a little insecure. She knew that it was going to come out eventually. You're on a reality TV show. It's going to come out somehow.
I mean, but she's been on there, what 4 or 5 years, and it hasn't come out, like, officially?
It hasn't been that long with Jennifer?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my God, it has been that long. I feel like it's been like 2 years. Oh my God. But yeah, no, so I definitely think I feel for her. I think that was, screwed up what happened, but maybe I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that's why she was kind of the way she was, a little shady, how she is usually. Anyways, I don't know if that made sense, but I love you and you'll be seeing more of me.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Love it, love it, love it when you guys call in and love communicating with you. But shout out to our replay crew. So if you weren't able to be here live, we're sorry, because I know some of you are back in the office, but some of you are watching me at the office. I won't tell, I promise. You might be in the live chat. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you. And for those that are watching the replay, let's continue the conversation below. Here are my final thoughts, because we didn't really give Teresa the just due that she deserves this episode. Teresa, you are comparing apples and oranges. Mine was a rumor. This is fact. If anything, yours was worse, because you didn't even go to Jackie. You went to Jackie's husband's birthday and was going from friend to friend trying to spread this rumor. Margaret literally was retaliating to Jennifer and warned Jennifer back in 2019 that she knew. So she knew that Margaret had this in her back pocket. So if anything, that's when Jen should have been telling everybody in her family, or had to sit down with the kids. 2019, they replayed the tape. But Teresa, of course, Teresa brought this up earlier in the episode, and then in the bottom, well, you don't think what she did, Margaret, you're mad at me. Oh, look, I'm speaking just like Teresa right now. You're mad at me. You're mad at me. But you did the same exact thing. No. Look, no, it's not the same thing. Could both of them had a little bit more coof and not drop this the way that they dropped it? Of course. But Teresa, yours is probably the worst. Someone said apples and bananas. Speaking of banana. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for our weekly recap of the Real Housewives in New Jersey. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you to everyone that participated in our poll. Thank you to everyone that called in. Let me end the poll now. There we go. And thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. We appreciate you helping us keep the lights on here, even during the daytime. We still need light. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com. Don't forget that you can join our texting community. That way you can get alerts, but that's also where you can drop me news stories. If you want to drop anonymous tea, you can drop it there. Head on over to TheKempire.com. Thank you to the mods. Don't forget to show love to our moderators as well for helping us to have an open and fun conversation. For our subscribers, live only chat. If you want to be a part of the conversation, just join and subscribe, so that way you're not missing out on anything. Thank you to everyone for joining. Let's get out of here. You know what we'd like to do here on the channel. If you didn't know, let's play some music. And don't forget to like the video. Thank you guys. See you guys in the next video. We will be doing a Real Housewives of Orange County live watch on my TikTok later tonight. So stay tuned for that. If you're not following me on TikTok, at TheKempire on TikTok, and follow our backup page at Kempire Daily. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at TheKempire. Come on now. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
This up like you always do. You want me back, but I'm too with you. You say I'm so sorry, you didn't mean to. You still love me, tell me that I don't care what words they sound. And I love nothing's changed, still the same. I'm so tired and I'm tired of this back and forth. Now you're in my head and in my bed, telling me it's over 'cause I'm not enough. You need more than my love. tomorrow.